Hi, I'm Dr. Stacia Alexander, and I am your accountability ambassador for the 2018 season of August Accountability, hashtag GAI. We are in the second week of this season, and it has been magnificent. We got off to a wonderful start for the first week of August. It went really fast because we started on Wednesday. I had to get all of the foundational stuff out there, your accountability partner, choosing your quadrants, how is this going to operate. All of those videos are posted, and then we started with the spiritual quadrant. So it was jam-packed with information, but no, I'm not going to cut the spiritual quadrant short. We're going to have something every Sunday that will focus on the spiritual quadrant, and it will tie in to those other quadrants. See how I did that this year? This week, we're going into the relationship quadrant. Now, the interesting thing is, not a lot of women chose the relationship quadrant this year. I'm seeing what you guys are posting. Maybe you will change your perspective after I talk to you today about the 5 tools for determining if you have a quality relationship. Now, remembering this is the 5th year of August Accountability. For the ladies that are joining us this week, I hope you all are still inviting people. Let me explain to you a little bit that I've been doing August Accountability for 5 years now. It's my passion project. My full-time job is as a counselor. I've been working as a counselor for 20 years. I got licensed in 1998. I've been in private practice. I work at a college now. Yay! A goal that I didn't even know I had that has manifested this year. So I work in the counseling field. That's my full-time job. August Accountability is something that I started 5 years ago, and you'll have to watch the initial video, introduction video, to get the rationale behind this entire project. So let's jump right in because I want to value your time. We're talking about the relationship quadrant, 5 tools for determining if you have a quality relationship. Okay, so let's get started. The first tool is for you to assess the level of energy in that relationship. Is it positive? When I say the level of energy, is it positive or is it negative? Where is it on the spectrum? If you find that you're in a relationship with someone and it is more negative than positive, you have to determine what you're going to do to move it back towards the positive side. We know that relationships take some hits and some blows, so you may have a little bit of negativity during the season in that relationship, but if it stays there more than I don't even want to give a percentage of the time, but if it stays there so much so that it diminishes the quality of who you are, then you really need to take a look at that relationship. Something I want to pause and do right here is to tell you the different types of subsets in the relationship quadrant. You have your nucleus, which is what you were born with or what you were raised with. There is nothing you can do about that now as an adult. That was what you were born with or who you were raised with. The second one is the family that you have now, which may be who you've chosen to marry, your children, or who you spend a lot of your time with. And with people moving around as much, that family could be friends. It doesn't necessarily have to be a blood relative. Then you have your romantic relationships, you have your friends, you have your professional, and you have your self-care. So those are the subsets of the relationship quadrant. So as I talk about the 5 qualities of relationships, just consider those types that you can work on. The second area that you want to assess to determine the quality of your relationship with that person is the quality of growth. How much is that relationship growing? Are you in the same place with this person as you were when you met this person? Was it 10 years ago? Was it 20 years ago? I have some friends, we've been knowing each other and spending time with each other since we were 3 and 4 years old. So we don't talk about those same things that we talked about in 5th grade. The quality of the relationship has matured, and that means we still value each other because we're all still growing together. If anybody in this, and it's a quad at this point, the ladies that I'm talking about, we've been together, we grew up on the same street. If any one of us hadn't matured, it would make the dynamics difficult. If one of us was still stuck in the same mentality that she had when we were 15 or 16 years old. So think about the level of growth in the relationships, and it really comes in handy when you're talking about romantic relationships. The third area is the balance of energy flow, meaning, are there more withdrawals or deposits between the people in the relationship? When I'm working with my clients, I challenge them. Hey, it sounds like you're taking more withdrawals than you are making deposits, or it sounds like you're making a whole lot of deposits and this person is withdrawing a lot from you. So I challenge them to look at the balance of flow between the two of them to make sure that that's a quality relationship. It's not a decision for me to make, but it is a area that they need to assess to determine if that is a healthy relationship. The fourth area that you want to look at is your ability to read the emotions and the mood of that other person. How intuitive are you with that other person? My husband and I have been married for 25 years this year. We're celebrating 25 years. I know when I walk into a room if he feels like joking around or if he's in a mood, if he's feeling strange or if he's feeling like he doesn't really want to talk now. He knows it when I get out the car. When I pick up the phone, if I say, hey, what's going on? He'll say, hey, what's wrong? Because what? There's an intuitiveness between the two of us. So you need to assess that in a relationship that you have with another person. Can they read you? Not that they're supposed to read your mind, but they are, or they should be at a point where they can take cues from you, from your disposition. You can do it from them. If you can't, that's another level of communication to grow on. You're only using this as an assessment tool to see what and where you need to work in that relationship. The last area that you need to look at in terms of determining the quality of the relationship is the level of sustainability. Okay. People are mobile now. They move around a lot and they make just as many friends as they do. I don't know, buy shoes. Some women buy shoes every day. Some people make friends every day. The reason I'm talking about this is particularly with friendships and romantic relationships. So with friendships, a pattern that I have noticed over the last few years are how quickly people are making friends and, oh, this is my best friend, this is my wifey, this is my girlfriend, this is my sis. And the next year you look up on social media, oh, this is my girlfriend, this is my best friend, this is my sis. And I'm thinking, but what happened to that person from last year or even 2 years ago? What was going on? I can guarantee you that whoever was my best friend last year is my best friend this year. I may have friends. I have quite a few women that I talk to. Interestingly enough, I have quite a few women that I talk to, but I don't tell all of those women the same thing. Does that make sense? So I may talk to one because she's married. She understands what it means to be married. I may talk to one because she's in ministry. She understands what it means to run a women's ministry and to have that level of responsibility in your life. Or another one because she's a mom and I'm a mom and we're going through empty nesting. That may be some conversational pieces for us. But to look at somebody and say that they're your best friend and then you look up a year later and you have another best friend, you have to look at yourself and say, what is it that you need that you're constantly changing friends like that? But look, I digress. I got on a whole nother thing. The level of sustainability in a relationship will help you determine the quality of the relationship. Are you all able to sustain that relationship? And that, when I say it goes for romantic, that dude might be cute. He might be fine. He might have a good job, but is it sustainable? Can you all truly be together for a good period of time where you feel like there's growth? You feel like you're getting what you need. He feels like he's getting what he needs. That's what you want to look at. He might be cute now. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Like when Chance was a baby. He wasn't even thought of. When Trina and I were dating, he said he didn't think he would be able to keep dating me if I gained weight. Well, I walked out the restaurant. I think I was eating at the time. I walked out the restaurant. I was like, boo, please. I know what my mama looks like. I know what my grandmama looks like. I know I won't be a size 0 forever. So let's just let this stuff go right here and now. And we look up 25 years later. Of course, I'm larger than I was when we met. He had to mature and I had to mature enough to tell him what that meant to me when he said that. And, he was young when he said it. He didn't understand the totality of what goes on in a person's life as they mature in terms of a woman. But we had to really sit there and think about, are we able to sustain this relationship if Stacia gains weight? That's something that we had to consider. That's what I'm talking about. Those kind of conversations you want to have with a person. If I get sick, if I have to move back home to take care of my parents, if I change jobs, if I decide that I want to do this, those are the things that you want to look at. So let's review. I know I talk really fast because I want to respect your time. You can always rewind. But the 5 areas, the 5 tools that you can use to determine the quality of your relationship, two of you. You want to look at the dynamics of the energy between the two of you. Is it positive or is it negative? You want to look at the quality of growth in the relationship. Are you maturing? You want to look at the balance of the energy flow between the two of you. Are there more withdrawals or there deposits? Then you want to look at your ability to read that other person's emotions. How intuitive are you with that person? And then the last area is sustainability. So that's the relationship quadrant. It's a lot of information as always, but I want to make sure that I give it to you because it's all about understanding how accountability works and how that will lead you to set your goals, one, develop a plan and reach those goals, and then you'll have a greater sense of peace. We're in the relationship quadrant. Our guest person this week, ambassador, will be Beverly Brown. She's the co-owner of When I Becomes We. Her interview will post at midnight on Thursday. You don't have to wake up at midnight on Thursday and watch it. I post it because we do have some ladies that are up at midnight and they watch the video. So I don't want them to have to wait until the end of the day. So the video will post at midnight. It is available all day. It's available through the remainder of the group. You can watch it whenever you want to watch it. There's no particular time. The only set time is 7 p.m. on Thursday. I'm going to go live, okay? I'm going to go live to further discuss the relationship quadrant, and hopefully Beverly will be able to join us live. She can engage in the discussion, and you guys can ask her questions live. We had a great time last week. It was very informative. It was nurturing, growth, everything that we need when we say we're going to spend our time on something. That's Thursday night, and the rest of the week we'll have some entries for the relationship quadrant in the different areas of it. If you have any questions, you can always don't call me. I was about to say that. Do not call me, but you can always email me or you can inbox me on Facebook and I'll be willing to respond. But if I say call, like I said, I still work full time. Accountability doesn't pay the bills, right? August accountability doesn't pay the bills. So you guys, I appreciate you joining in. I appreciate you watching. I can see that you're watching, and I thank you for inviting other ladies. You can invite anytime as well, so don't feel like you can't. And remember the hashtags for this year are hashtag GAI, hashtag August accountability, hashtag AAA 2018 for short. We are having a wonderful time, and I cannot thank you all enough for participating in this 5th year of August accountability. Thank you.
Yeah, I've gotta be focused. Yeah, 'cause goals are important. So I'm gonna